and land. Take a moment or two just to arrive to celebrate the breath. Celebrate the fact that you got out of bed this morning. Celebrate the fact that you are breathing. Notice that breath. Bring your breath into your belly. How cool is that? Okay, it's not technically in your belly, I understand, but let's just go. I'm doing training all this week with Gil Hidley. It's an anatomy. It's my dissection guy. And he used to be a priest before he just changed, and now he teaches anatomy. And he is so inspirational because he has what he calls his teachers, the people who have donated their bodies to him to allow him teach us. But he's great. He's a guide, but the person is the teacher. But to hear him talk about his mission in life is that we all just love our bodies and accept our bodies, and even the bits that we're kind of about, that we love them and accept them and fall in love with the magic of what happens in our body, and stop beating the big J's at ourselves. And I know for when I was pregnant and I was looking at birth, and I really became blown away by how negative birth is and how medicalized birth is, and how it's always about what could go wrong. And I understand, like, it's, you know, in order to protect yourselves and all the rest of the doctors, but that's the whole conversation around birth. And he's talking about the same around our body. You know, we talk about our body in terms of what goes wrong. We look at medical intervention. We look at what's wrong with our head. And so it's all the people that are selling or providing fixes. So it could be that you have a headache. So you have a headache and you want to take an aspirin. That's grand. But that's what all the dialogue is around what's wrong with our bodies. Never mind the whole beauty industry and all that. We just don't even want to go there. But even just ignoring the cultural beauty industry, just even in terms of when we talk about our bodies, we often talk about the bit that's wrong. You know, I've got a sore toe, or I've got grey hair, or I've got whatever. So just trying to turn that around, just switching it around and celebrating how phenomenally amazing these bodies are. For some reason, I was talking to my son last night about, he was saying about how we're all brain, and then I was explaining to him about the gut and about the nervous system in the gut, and how the gut is also guiding it, and even just trying to explain to him a little bit. I was like, this is just magic. There's no simplicity to it anymore. It's so complex and so beautiful and so interrelated, just like we are as a society, totally interrelated, as we can see. You know, COVID has really brought that to us. So that's what I'm going to invite you to do today, is to really celebrate the fact that your body moves, that it breathes, just that it's perfect. Your body is perfect. It is absolutely perfect at being your body. And it's kind of funny because I picked a card for later on, and the card says, love and nature, nurture even your body. So there you go. That's the card. Own your body as a manifestation of God. If you honor your body, everything will change for you. Practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant the seeds of love in your mind, and when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. There you go. Clearly, that is definitely the theme for today. So with that theme, I invite you just to notice your body, and then to use your body to somehow bring yourself to standing. And maybe you can kind of bring a bit of love to whatever bit of it is, whatever bit of you that you're kind of like, whatever your is about. Broken nails, or whatever it is that you've kind of got a bit of diss about. Maybe bring that as a focus for your practice today, and see how that bit of you likes to do yoga. And so releasing, wriggling, releasing and expanding in whatever way you want to move. Finding that initial freedom in your body. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself to stillness. Even that bit of you that you have a little bit of this about. The hair of it is driving you nuts because you haven't got your hairdresser in months. From here, inhale, coming tall. Exhaling, rolling, rounding, closing in. So that as you're ready, this is what we're doing now, we're cocooning, and when we're ready, we're going to open up like a flower. We're going to come back out to the world soon. Reaching. Closing in a little bit more. Waking up muscles a little bit more. Connections a little bit more. And again, opening. Reaching. And then world. Coming on down, and this time when we come down, staying down and flat back. I have to be on my toes. Find the ground when you come into flat back. Feel the ground, feel the power through the back leg, through the pelvis, neck, head. And then pause for a second. See what it's like to come along. We were playing with the eel, with the eel spine yesterday. So can you create a little bit of eel spine, or do you need to twist with it or whatever, and then come to length. From here, back down onto your hunkers one more time, and we're going to go back up and do it all again. Reaching straight away. Let's go reach straight away. Come back down. Coming back up one more time. Last time we're going to reach up. Open shoulders, neck, without compressing the back. And then the next time we're going to come back down, stay in flat back. This time for a second, come through flat back. From flat back now into your squat. How is your squat? Can you come long in your squat? Can you come tall in your squat? And then hands to the ground so you can step back into your lunge. First lunge, we're playing with lunges this week. So make this a moving lunge in some way. So rather than static stretching, what you're doing is, because we don't do stretching in yoga anymore, well, not in my yoga. Instead, what you're doing is you're finding that little bit of movement, warming them up, a little bit of length, maybe a little bit of strength. Maybe you want to come up a little bit. Maybe your hands are on the ground. See, how's your balance as you do this? Whenever you're next ready on your back leg, leading with that, coming forward into your forward fold. Forward fold, you want to do a little ragdoll. Little walk out the legs. Then we start to warm up. Both feet on the ground so that when you're raising, you're coming up, bending the knees. Pushing through chair the whole way up. And let's go straight away again. Coming down, swan dive down. From down, let's come to flat back. From flat back, going back into your squat. From your squat into your lunge on the other side. And playing here. Taking your time, just like you know, your body is your teacher and purely your guide. Inviting you to play, experiment, but then listen to your body and do what feels good for you. Warming up these legs. And then whenever you're ready, stepping off the back leg. So really feel the back leg onto the ground and or to yield the support into the ground, and then the rebound will take you back up to forward fold. From forward fold, like knees. Coming on up and back to flat. Let's go again. Inhaling Reaching for the stars, exhaling, coming on back down into forward fold. I have left a few of these out in order to give us more lunge time, so into flat back, from flat back, into squat. This time when you come back into your lunge, come onto your knees. So stepping back, lowering the back knee, and then we can play now with this very stable lunge. So you can allow your body to come up. You can do this kneeling warrior kind of movement, opening and playing. See what it's like to allow that lunge come forward. And then straighten the front knee, so you're bending the back. It's almost, you're not sitting on your heel, but you're straighten the front back towards your focus. And then when you're comfortable there, turn up the toes. So the toes were flat on the ground, now then turn up the toes towards your nose, and you have a whole other experience going on. Use your hands to balance you. And if tomorrow you have little blocks, so that might be dictionaries or something, that can raise the ground, that would be cool, because we're just going to go on a little bit more tomorrow. Today, let's see what it's like to come into I forgot what's called, dragon pose. So if you're happy to come back to bending the front knee, so coming forward again. Hands are going on the ground, so your weight is going through your hands, and then you can allow this front knee open up. So the sole of the front foot is looking at you, but the weight is not going through it, okay? So your dragon pose, just allowing that knee open, sole of the foot come up, but the weight is through the hands, not the leg. Front knee is fully bent there. So you're bending the front knee more on it, yeah. And then bringing that one back from here, little hinge forward and back. And then, of course, what are we doing? We're coming back into plank. In case anybody's forgotten where we were originally. Tuck your back toe, step back with the front leg, and find yourself, hopefully, in plank or some version of it. From plank, knees to the ground, 8-point pose, or just laying your belly down. Release the shoulders as you come up into cobra. Ooh. From cobra. Shoulders, watch your shoulders, pushing through your hands so that you're protecting your lower back. Tucking your toes, going back through table, through hair. Nice arm lengthening in here, which you're going to maintain and go. Make sure your hands are fully spread. So when you bend your knees and you come on up, or you take your knees off the ground, and you've got this fantastic stability in your hands. Releasing your head, letting your head be even and release between the arms. Notice if there's any tension in your neck, and then you get to walk the dog. Into the side body, can you feel one side long, one side short, and then change? And so we're looking to have even side bodies eventually, so this is what you're doing here, for the walking, shortening and lengthening. So when you come back to neutral, see what it feels like. Are they even? And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, you're going to look between your hands. You're going to step with your right foot wherever it lands. Meeting with your left foot. You're in forward fold. In forward fold, bend the knees. Come on back and back to prayer. Let's do it all on the other side. Bring the bit of your body that you're not so hot about with you. See if you can find how it helps, supports, allows movement, even if it is your fingernails. On an inhale, come tall, so on an exhale, you roll slightly, so on an inhale, you expand, reach, open, ready to hold the whole world in your hands. Exhale, curling down, staying down this time, through forward fold, from forward fold, moving into flat back. From flat back, moving into your squat. From your squat, into your lunge. Opposite leg back, and I can't remember which leg went first time. Opposite leg back. Knee to the ground, untuck the back toes, and now we're playing. So you're in runner's lunge first with the front knee fully bent, belly forward into kind of a runner's lunge type of thing. Then walk it back so that it's straight in the front leg. And you're not sitting on the back leg, but you're heading towards it. Once you've kind of found that nice activation point, I call it an activation point, it's not, you're looking for length through these muscles. Then turn your toes up towards your nose, and now you've got a whole new level of activation, I suspect. Hey, rocking. Front foot back on the floor. And then not walking, but leaning forward. We're going to come into our dragon pose. So we're leaning forward, the foot is between the hands. Take the foot to the outside, so the two hands are at the center, which will give you support. Then you're going to allow this left knee open out by looking at and allow the foot roll. So the sole of the left foot is looking up at you. The knee is opening out, but there's no weight going through that leg, all the weight is through your hands. This is another place that tomorrow if you have a dictionary or something, if you need to raise the ground, you can do that. Releasing into it. When you're ready, bringing that knee back to center, back up, walk it back into center. And from there, then you're ready to come into plank. So tuck the back toe and step back. And so you're into plank. From plank, laying your body down, 8-point pose, or simply laying your body down. Anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about with the 8-point pose, I'm pretty sure there's a video. Inhaling, shoulders back, so really getting your shoulders back so they're not behind your ears. Shoulders are back, neck is long. Length first for cobra. Exhaling as you come back. Tuck your toes, pop yourself through, really protecting your core, protecting your belly as you come back through here. From here into dog. Second dog of the day. So this is the play dog. See, do you want to stay still? Do you want to move? Where is the bit that you taught yourself about your body? What is it doing now? How is it supporting you be in this position? And then find the stillness if that's possible. Taking a breath or two. And then, whenever you're ready, we're going to come onto your back. So I'm playing with this idea of crossing my feet. So I'm coming forward, crossing my feet, sitting onto my butt. And from there, rolling onto my back. See if it works. If it doesn't work, the main thing is to do something that feels nice. So if you want to challenge your playing with that, play with that. If you want to, if you have another way of coming to the ground, just come to the ground. The transitions are where we learn so much about our limitations, our physical tightnesses, and where we're a bit stiff. Once we're on the ground, have a little rock and roll. Taking your feet apart so you're coming into windscreen wipers or any twist. You don't have to be windscreen wipers. Any twist that you like. As you come into the twist, feel the sensation down the side of the body. Notice what it's like to put your head in the same direction of the twist. We typically go in the opposite direction, so see. And then coming back to center, feet solidly on the ground, arch and flatten. If you want to come to bridge, this is the time. Whatever way you work it, you complete with this little, making yourself into a little egg. And from your egg, you will then come to ceases. So enjoy that egg shape, enjoy really coming into it, noticing it, how it is for you. And then when you're ready, rocking yourself around. coming to thesis, and finding stillness. Hear my voice in your head, if that's helpful, telling you to make sure you are comfortable. So use whatever props you need to be comfortable. Ideally, but not always, a vertical spine is what you're looking for. You're training your body. And so find your breath. So you're taking your time in these transitions, and now that you're here, take your time to settle. Use the breath. The more you practice using your breath to do this, the more available it is to you all of the time. These are the pathways. We are creating new neural nets in your brain, keeping brain elasticity, but also motor neuron paths and responses. You're looking to have these habits, these ways of responding. And so we're looking to really train our body to listen to our breath, and our breath to guide our body. And so today you have the invitation to take whichever method suits you, focusing with abdominal breath, alternate nostril breathing, Ujjayi breathing, taking a mantra of Om, or if you have another mantra that you like, the intention would not be to use something that has a meaning. So the recommendation wouldn't be to use a affirmation. And then just be. If sensations and discomfort come, explore what it would be like to sit with that discomfort momentarily. Pain is different. Do not stay in pain. Knees are very important. So if it's in your knees, do not sit through it. If you found that you've wandered off making shopping lists, just bring yourself back. On the other hand, if visitors have come, sensations, thoughts, emotions, welcome them in with curiosity. They have come to teach us something. Allow them come, allow them go. Love and nurture your body. Your body is a manifestation of the universe. Honor your body and everything will change. Practice giving love to each part of your body. Plant seeds of love in your mind and watch them grow. In your own time, I invite you to set an intention for yourself for today. Breathe the intention into your body, exhaling it out, and then prepare to transition back to your everyday life in whatever way works for you. Breath, movement, a little bit of wiggling. And then I invite you to take your hands together. Respect, connection, appreciation. We bow and offer peace. Om Shanti.